We actually got hit by a boat. All of a sudden I look up and I'm like, that sailboat is struggling. Tim jacked up his leg. Oh my God. Sad faces. We just Ubered 20 something minutes over to go to this what looked awesome restaurant, and it's closed for a VIP party. So we are having some challenges in Charleston finding acceptable food groups for the the Miller Blasey clan. We haven't eaten all day.
And now we're hangry.
What do you think about life? We just went all the way across Charleston to
Restaurant that was
get
closed
dinner. The restaurant was closed for a VIP event. Then we went over to Saltwater Cowboys, which, to be honest, love that name, love their merch. Wish I could have bought everything. I feel like we're Saltwater Cowboys.
You think?
I think so.
Rolling with our homies?
One thing we've learned on this trip is some of our favorite places are the ones we never planned to go to. The restaurant we originally wanted to try this night was closed, so we ended up at Saltwater Cowboys instead. And honestly, I'm really glad that we did. The food was good and a nice change of pace. The drinks were great, but if you know me, I'm always on the hunt for good merch. I own way too many hats already. It's a massive collection, but I couldn't leave one behind at this stop.
We worked all day today. We're getting into a groove. I think we talked about it, the 1 meal a day diet, because we get up, start working, forget to eat breakfast, work through lunch, then all of a sudden it's 4 o'clock and we realize we're like over hungry. Like, not
AKA hangry.
Well, it's like we're not hangry because it's like, well, yesterday I feel like you were a little hangry.
Just a little bit.
Well, you also
that
just
was my road rash. Right?
Oh yeah, here's fresh road rash.
All because I was making sure my baby was with me.
I'm here.
People always use the expression, oh, it's just like riding a bike. But if you're like me and never really grew up riding bikes, it's not that simple. The street I lived on growing up just wasn't safe for riding bikes, especially for little kids. So every time I get on a bike, I kind of feel like I'm learning all over again, which usually means Tim is way out in front and I'm trying to play catch up. This time, it did catch up with us.
Free. Almost got hit by 2 cars in that intersection.
What?
Almost got hit by 2 cars in that intersection.
What intersection?
The first one.
The cross of the stoplight?
One. Yeah, you went and there was another car blasting through and I was like in the middle of the intersection. I've not enjoyed this at all.
So, how did Tim hurt his leg? Ironically, even though he rides e-bikes like a motorcycle, it wasn't because he was riding too fast. He was actually turning around to make sure I was still behind him because I was riding so slow. He looked over his shoulder, going through a narrow zigzag on the bridge, and drifted over just enough to scrape the concrete wall, but thankfully never actually went down. It definitely left a mark though.
Hey, Sarah. Did you know you're a nurse? I knew you were a firefighter.
Yeah. I didn't expect to be that today, and I'm sorry. Thank you for
Checking on you?
Yeah. Next time, slow the bike down first. Well. Does that hurt?
No. Get over there. We get a defective bottle?
Yes, sir. Oh, you don't think I know how to squeeze a bottle? Don't squeeze it. Get this thing off. No, I don't know how to do it.
You need me to do it?
Look at my boo-boo. We actually got hit by a boat.
Yes, a sailboat hit our Highfield and put a hole in the rub rail.
We were lucky sitting there, and like all of a sudden I look up and I'm like, that sailboat is
Struggling.
And usually I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you can like see it in someone's eyes when they're completely lost. Both the people on the boat were completely lost. The chick that was there trying to help, and she, you know, like, she doesn't know. She's like, I just got on this boat. They like, I think just bought it.
All right here in this gap, which is rather large.
I have not seen a close-up of the boat. I did encourage Tim to at least get the guy's contact information, because we have a brand new Highfield, and you know, you don't know what's going to happen. It's like driving a car. Someone hits it, and then all of a sudden something doesn't work. And then our bikes.
That's scared to ride in Charleston.
Charleston is not a bike-friendly city on the sidewalk. So I'm not a huge fan of being out in the middle of the street. So we're riding the sidewalks instead, and there's just not enough room. You've got tourist people, they're just trying to shop. This one chick literally bounced out of she was shopping. She walked out on the sidewalk with like intentionality and almost walked right into my bike. And finally I was like, this is not fun. So, and then obviously Tim jacked up his leg. Let me see what it looks like tonight. Oh my God. That is some road rash. Well, at least it doesn't look raw like it did yesterday.
No.
I think you had like permanent concrete embedded in your leg. So.
But don't use hydrogen peroxide to clean a wound.
Yes.
The bubbling doesn't mean it's cleaning. It's actually killing the edges of the good skin.
Well, it's both. It's cleaning and killing, I believe.
Tap water's the best thing. Tap water.
Maybe not our tap water.
No.
Not our tap water. So maybe a nurse will tell us exactly what we should be using. But we had some saline spray, and
Sarah's got some good bubbling videos of my road rash.
yeah. Charleston is beautiful. It is very bougie. People like to dress up here. So it's kind of like counter culture clash. Going into town and everybody's dressed up real nice, and we are Saltwater Cowboys.
Before we started the Great Loop, we thought this trip was going to be all about the boat. And it is. Boating is literally what we do every single day. But what we didn't expect was everything surrounding the boating. As we travel, we keep passing places we've only ever read about. Historic cities, naval bases, lighthouses, or like Fort Sumter, which we passed on the way into Charleston, the Civil War era fort where the first shots of the Civil War were fired. It kind of smacks you in the face just how much history is all around you. And being able to experience those places from the water has become one of the most unexpected bonuses of doing the loop. People ask me all the time what a first mate actually does. And honestly, it's a little bit of everything. I'm handling lines and fenders, helping with docking and locking, watching for hazards in the water, communicating what I can see that Tim maybe can't, helping with navigation, and also trying to figure out where we're going to stay next. On the loop, you have a general path, but that doesn't mean you have a plan. It doesn't mean that you know where you're going to be staying that night, whether it's a marina or an anchorage. You just don't know. A lot of variables along the way. And somewhere along the way, the first mate duties on Black Diamond, I became responsible for making sure the captain and crew are fed.
A little close.
So while I am generally focused on what's happening outside the boat, Tim spends most of his time making sure everything inside the boat is ready for wherever we're headed next. Boat maintenance isn't something you do when you get home. It's a part of our everyday life on the loop.
We're down in the engine compartment, getting ready to change those two and those two Raycor fuel filters. These are for the port engine. These are for the starboard. And then we'll make back to that little one down there on the wall that is for our 20 kW generator. We've been going, you can see I have a left and right for my fuel filter, so I alternate those back and forth about every 50 hours. On the port and starboard engines, the generator just has one ray core, which is considerably smaller. Here's the generator ray core, and here are the engine ray cores. We're here in Charleston, South Carolina. Sarah's working today, and I thought I'd take the morning here to do a little PM engine work. Got about another 150 hours before we need to change the engine oils on these bad boys, which take about 15 gallons of oil each. So that's always a fun chore when you don't have a vehicle to take the 30 plus gallons of waste oil away. We'll get to that in 150 hours. Follow along. You can see how I change these. We're down here changing the starboard engine. Each ray core filter comes with 2 new O-rings. When traveling the Great Loop, you have to think ahead because you can't just run down to the marine store every time you need something. Any captain that's mechanically inclined carries spare parts. You carry spare filters, oil filters, fuel filters, O-rings, oil, backup water pumps. Stuff that's going to cripple you if it goes down. There's a handful of items I keep in stock on the boat that I don't want to be without. Run up the street to this marine shop. Before we left, I stocked up on a lot of stuff. I ordered extra engine oil filters. I have impellers, backup water pump, backup sea glass for the strainers. We've already used a couple of those parts. And as we go through the trip, if there's a West Marine close by, I'll go stop in, restock whatever I might need. Oil check Bay 1, like they do at Valvoline. Oil fill cap's on Bay 1. Good to start the engine.
Are you sure the oil fill cap's on?
I'm sure. I just screwed it on with my own 2 hands. Time to fire the engine because we're full of oil.
Full of oil.
And oil fill cap is on.
Start to finish, how long did that take you?
Oh, I don't know.
Hour and a half?
Yeah. Minus me forgetting half my tools. Thank God I was able to get the oil filter off without an oil filter wrench because it's buried down in the bilge somewhere.
It's somewhere. It didn't escape.
It's here. There's 3 of them. I know what they look like. I know where they are.
3 of them.
I just didn't feel like unloading everything out of the bilge to get them. So I was able to muscle hands, untighten the oil filter, tighten the new one back on. We put a little over a gallon in because a gallon it wasn't quite registering on the dipstick. Now it's up to fill. Valves are off, pumps are off, hoses are put away. We're going to store this used oil down here in another container, and we'll get rid of it in Myrtle Beach when we get a rental car to go home.
Awesome.
Now I'll find out where we're going to eat.
Yes, food.
We've quickly discovered our least favorite thing to do on the loop is packing up our giant e-bikes. But that's okay, because we've had enough of riding bikes in Charleston. The wannabe Saltwater Cowboys will not be riding again in Charleston, especially on e-bikes.